Hi guys, and welcome back to Haut Beyleron FS22. Now, quick update on where we're at. If you look up in the top right hand corner, you can see we're now at $371,000 and we've skipped the month of June. So what happened was we changed from using Streamlabs OBS to now running NVIDIA Shadowplay. And when I recorded a video yesterday, what I ended up doing was somehow splitting up the sounds. So you could hear me talking, but you couldn't hear the game. So I'll probably end up putting that into a time lapse, but all we really did in that episode was we collected the game cartridge from the castle that we forgot. We also found another one on top of the railway bridge. Let's go up to our map here. Where is it? The railway bridge that comes across up here. Up near the grain mill. So we collected them, and we also took on a harvest contract for barley on field 26. So if we get rid of that, you can see that it's barley. And if we come across here, you'll see that it's harvested. So we harvested that. Quite a few loads came off of there. They gave us an X9 and a Max Superliner with a Wilson trailer. So we got that done, and due to having also the collect straw at missions, we also rented this bad boy, or we leased this bad boy, the Stroutman. What is it? The Stroutman Magnon. So we leased that, and we literally got 18 loads, and we probably could have got another half or a third of a load from what we left there, but each of those loads was $5,500. We sold it all directly to the animal dealer because it was just up the street. As well as before I noticed that we'd completed the contract, we kept tipping barley, so we made $13,000 in extra grain sales, as well as the $22,000 for the contract. It should have been 25 something, but it was like a $3,000 equipment borrow fee. The cool thing is, if we come into our grain, we still got nearly 40,000 litres of barley after the contract was finished. So we don't need to worry about chicken food for a while. Now, the plan is these two chicken cages are going to get emptied and sold off. I want to put a large chicken coop in, maybe two, and we'll get them underway so as we're producing eggs a lot quicker. But the plan is we've got our wheat here, those two fields. That's all going to go into the silo. That's going to be chicken food. And we have also got our oat here, ready to harvest. And that will go into the grain mill. So we get a lot more flour from the oats than we do from anything else. Now, if we come into here, there's nothing in here at the moment. I do like that, but I can't justify it at the moment, unfortunately. We don't need another large tractor right now. But what we did purchase yesterday, where are we? Mowers. We got the Pottinger rear mower. So we now have a full set of mowers. Granted, they're different brands, but that's fine. The Vicon, I did explain in yesterday's video that we purchased that, but it also, like I said, we may time lapse that and have it as episode 26.5, or we may just leave it out. And the other thing we purchased was, what was it? Was it cultivator? No, we already had that. I did purchase something else. And now I've forgotten what. Forage Wagon, yes. So we've now actually got our own. But that can stay up at the... actually no, we can get rid of the one that we've got on lease, because we're about to clock up another hour on that, and it's going to cost us money. So we'll return him. We did pay for it again overnight, but it is what it is. So, plan for today is, obviously, we've got some harvesting to do. Come on, jump in. Now, you guys will have to let me know what you think of video quality, sound quality. The good thing about Shadow Play that I've seen is we can increase our video quality without running too much extra strain on our CPU. So you will still see a few laggy spots because I do still have my resolution probably a little bit too high for my laptop. But we're going to let it run and see how it goes. Now, we've obviously also got some honey there we need to get rid of. And we will do that. But the plan is, with all this extra money we have, I want to purchase the bakery. And at some point or another, I also want to put down... we want that on. Yeah, I want to purchase the bakery, and we want to put down another production. Potentially the cereal factory, I'm not too sure. We may even go to the sugar factory, because at some point or another we are going to do sugar beets, and that'll probably end up coming up pretty soon. But I also want to have a look at doing some sugar cane and so on. Trial some of these different crops, see what it's all like in 22. Okay, so we'll do another one on this side. These cars go. So we'll do another headland this end. We'll run up one length of the field, and we'll put probably 2 headlands in at the other end as well. And then we'll let the worker take off doing this, taking care of this, while we use our tractor to run up and grab our mower and also our forage wagon or loading wagon. But the plan for the bottom end of that field is that's going to get cut off, and that's where our chickens are going to be. And we may potentially put cows down there as well, or we may look into a decent sized sheep pasture, and then we'll potentially buy the spinnery, and we may put a tailor shop down somewhere as well. Like I said, we want to get into productions pretty heavily in this game. I want to get it to a point where we're not selling raw products directly off of our farm. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, we'll skip this into a time lapse. like I said, once we've done these 2 headlands down here, we'll give it to a worker to keep doing the ups and downs. We'll go and grab our equipment and we'll also start unloading this guy. Okay guys, we'll see you soon. Okay, now hopefully this guy is parked on the correct side. Oh, look at that. Pipe out. Away from the green. That is perfect. Not sure why you've stopped, mate. Now, I was kind of hoping that a new harvester would have popped up before this harvest, but obviously it hasn't, so the Topliner will get this last harvest done, so the oats and the 2 fields of wheat, and what we'll do is we'll take it up, we'll repair it, we'll repaint it, and we'll sell it off. That way we have got no option but to get a new harvester before the next season. It's going to be a bit tight. Are we going to make it around without destroying crop? Yes, we are. Lovely. Oh, you're literally going to follow that harvester because apparently he's in your way? Or are you just a very curious local? Anyway, what we'll do, we'll have a look, we'll see how much that Pottinger takes to run. We'll see if we can't get the stire going and picking 130 horsepower. So our stire 135. Perfect. Because once this thing sort of starts to get full, the stayer does struggle. So what we want to do is get that off the ground to begin with. Get rid of that weight. Oh, should have parked it off to the side. We might have been able to scrape down beside it. That's alright. So yeah, we'll crack on with this and we'll have a word to you guys once it's done. Okay, so as you saw, we just quickly jumped into the harvester, oh sorry, jumped into the fence, unloaded the harvester again. He should realistically, hopefully, have enough space now to get the last of this done. Now, the plan for all this straw, we're not going to be doing cows for a little while, I don't think. We will eventually because, like I said, we want to try all the production, so we're going to need milk for the dairy. So that'll make our cheese and our butter. And from there, if we also have the sugar factory and create sugar, then we can make chocolate. So we just need to sort of buckle down and start thinking about what it is we want to do next. Where we want to take this. We do have to find a nice flat sacrificial field because we need a flat space to put down at least 3 or 4 productions. So there's no tailor shop on this map, there's no sugar mill on this map, there is no oil factory on this map. So we've got quite a few things to do, but the next one is definitely the bakery because we've got a lot of flour. Well, we're going to have a lot of flour on the way. But anyway, we'll keep going. I'll probably bring you guys back in. Oh, that's this thing full again. I'll probably bring you guys back in up at the flour mill once we start emptying the trailer, and hopefully that's all of the oat out of the field. Okay, so we're up here, we've got our first load going in. Let me know what you thought of that time lapse. I've tried to do as much as I can in cab using obviously the get that indicator switched off, using the realistic cab view. So obviously if we hold down shift, we can now look down roughly at where our PTO would be, also all our connections, our attacher joints. We can do the same thing, get a bit better view of what's around the tractor, and also trying to do it without the HUD turned on. So we may try and do a more like first person realistic series at some point or another. I doubt it'll be this one because it's going to take a lot of getting used to, and there's things I'm not going to be able to do. Now, what I meant to talk about before we drove away from there is we need something up there that is a lot better for loading our pallets. Excuse me. As you would have seen the last time we did it, we struggled with the front loader and forks on the stayer. So what we may need to do this time is potentially buy a forklift. Just a small forklift, not a telehandler or anything. We will have a telehandler down at our farm because it's more appropriate there, but a small electric powered forklift would be brilliant up there, I reckon. Not sure if we would be able to put in a methane charging station or something like that, or whether we're going to have to eventually run diesel up to it or bring it back to charge it. Not too sure, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, we'll keep going. We'll get the rest of this harvest complete. So the oats are probably actually done by now because we left the worker to keep going while we took that up to the grain mill. No, he's still got another... Oh, he may be on the last run. So what we'll do, if that is indeed his last run, we'll pull up beside him. Oh no, he's going to need to go again. And I don't think we're going to be able to get close enough without destroying crop. Definitely unloading. Not that we have to. What we will do is jump out and just make sure we get pushed out wide. That's okay. We'll catch him when he gets back up to the top, and we'll put him into this field to begin with. Oh, something stuck in the back of my throat. Anyway, yeah, so we'll get him into that field and then we'll get the large harvest done. But like I said, we'll park this roughly down here somewhere, and we'll be able to pull underneath it once he gets back down to this end. But we will continue running this guy. Oh, engine was already running. Oops. Oh, and also that's the washing machine or the laundry you can hear in the background. Sorry about that. But take your minds off that. We'll throw on some music. Actually, no. We'll just get these harvests done and we'll bring you guys back in at the end. Okay, so it turns out that wheat is pretty heavy, especially our wheat. So I thought I was full. Nowhere near full. Turns out we have 16,136 litres. We can get to 65% of a trailer. But it's okay. All of this is just going directly to our grain silo anyway. So it's not as though we are gonna not make it back before that harvester fills up. Especially not with that little header on it. Should be about there somewhere. But yeah, I was driving halfway down the road and I was like, why is this guy not... Yeah, I was like, why is this guy not dropping anything in? Thinking something was going wrong with the harvest or harvester. Some sort of a glitch where it wasn't picking anything up. And then I thought, hang on, maybe I'm full. So that's the downfall of running in cab without HUD up. So we want to be roughly in line with just the front of the header. Oh, we want to get a lot closer to it now. He should technically be filling now. Yes, he is. So if we look like that, get back in front, we should be good. That's the end of this field anyway. Ah, and he's jumped out. Of course he has. So that's not going to finish emptying. Okay, I'll have to come at it from the back. What we're actually going to do is we're going to get this little bit that he left up in the top corner. Yes. We'll go and get this little bit, then we'll set him off over in that field. Actually, we may even leave that field for tomorrow's episode. We've got plenty of wheat, and I want to concentrate on getting the bottom of this field prepared to do what I want to do with it. And that is putting in my bigger chicken pens. So what we might do is we'll just come over. We'll just park this guy on the road. Should give us enough space to get past. Now, as for straw, we don't need to worry about straw technically because our hayloft is now almost full. So what we need to do is consider whether we get a baler, bale it all up. I've just tried coming up the road that I've just blocked off. Bale it up, then we can potentially build another shed down the bottom here where we're about to put our cows, and we can store the straw. in that shed. Or we can keep running it in that thing and take it up to the animal market or the biomass heating plant, depending on which one pays more, which one's closer. And we can go from there. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the episode there. We've done a fair amount of work. Granted, a lot of it's been in time lapse. Actually, no, we're not going to leave it there. There was something I wanted to do. Something I wanted to purchase, wasn't there? So we'll shut you down as well. Shut you down. Jump out. Into the shop. Now, what is that? Oh, that goes on the saddle track. We don't need that. I still do like that that's there, but we can't afford it. What we need is... do we get a skid steer or do we get a forklift? Electric forklift 55. I'm not a fan of this Manitou. I really am not. I don't like it. I don't like using it. Oh, 55 for the Dungheim or Jungheinreich. Somebody will correct me there. Or we can spend... and it's got more power. It'd be a bit better on tracks. That's what we're buying. So that is going to be for our... what is it? Skid steer loader tools. And we want forks, don't we? So that's going to be for our factories. Well, factory. We've only got the grain mill at the moment. So we want to buy a set of them. Now, how fast does that thing go? Do we really want to drive it from the shop? 13k an hour? No, we don't. So, as much as I said we won't use one, I wonder if that's big enough to fit that thing onto. It's in miscellaneous, isn't it? Yes, this thing. No, I haven't got any other mods for a decent one. No, I like those ones better. 001 and it's a car trailer. So we'll buy that. We can actually use that to carry some of our pallets on. And the next thing we want is a ute. 25, 45. We can go with the Dodge. We can get the wife's car. We can buy a Land Rover. If it loads, there we go. Actually, do we need a ute? Or do we just get that guy? Although 44 grand. I reckon we go with the Ram. Yep. we want it in black. With grey and machined wheels. That's the one we want. And that's going to be 001. Actually, no. It's our pickup. And we want that front and back. As much as this is not a European vehicle, we may buy the Land Rover for the wife. Now, I want to sort of back this on to get better weight on our bolt. Don't want the back of the ute lifting up. I think we better do this from outside. Oh, surely this will fit on there. We'll make it fit, won't we? Yes, we'll make it fit. Okay, so that was a struggle. We'll get this folded up. Hopefully we can strap this down. Pretty sure that actually did strap it, but as much as it doesn't look like it did. And okay, so that's where we're going to leave you guys, with a picture of the new toy. That'll end up over at the grain mill, and we'll continue on with the harvest, and we can do field prep in another episode later down the line. Thanks for joining in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for future videos. Hit that notification bell, and we will see you guys next time.